Look at Big John there. Oh, I love that tractor. But all right, so what we got going on today is we're working. We're kind of out of our element, and I'm not sharing this video to brag or boast or show off or any of that mess. I'm showing this video today because I'm actually needing some help. And some of you guys out there are pretty daggone slick. What I'm doing is working on the slides. Now on our farm, we got chert. We got a seam of chert up there. This is one by my house. We got a seam of chert up there. The water goes down through the chert. The rainwater gets soaked down through the chert and then comes out the bottom of the chert. At the end of the chert on our hillside is this slate, slimy slate. I call it shit rock. Then it gets to that, slimes up, lubes up, and shoot, down over the hill she goes. Now, this farm used to have trees on it, and the roots would help hold it, but the roots are gone. So now we're gonna have to figure out how to get that drained out. And everywhere there's a drainage running down over the hill towards the cliff is where it happens. So on the humps, not so much. In the dips where it happens. Now, me and Big Daddy come up with what we think's a solution. We got the mini den, Sergeant Pants. I'm very proud of both of them rigs, but I'm almost to the full extent of my mini den. It's almost a little too much work for it. But here's a smaller slide. I figured we'd start, you know, scientifically, you're supposed to, the scientific way of doing things is you're supposed to limit your chances of mistake the best you can when you're doing something new. What my goal is just if I'm wrong, to try to be wrong on a small scale as possible. This here's all slip. All that broom sage crappy looking dirt, that's all slip. All right, and it's dry as a bone, been dry here forever. This is the end of October. It's almost Halloween, and it's just been dry as a bone here this year, 2022. So it's wearing everybody down. Everybody's working, trying to get as much things knocked out as they can before the weather hits. It's a lot, but it's fun. It's fun. This is fun. It's what we do. I come down and dug a French drain, but to catch that seep coming off this hillside, now this gravel rock we have on the farm, and I kind of got to sift it. I kind of got to sort the dirt out of it, so to speak, but we do have plenty of it. And I had my first cave in. That's why I parked my bucket there last night, and I backfilled it. So I learned, first lesson I learned is about ditches and cave-ins. So I'm gonna now haul rock up first and store it, and store the rock before I open the hole up, because I got to cut another wing. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting a wing, and I'm going to cut a wing just below that fence post up to catch that one, and I'm going to cross them. So I'm going to get a track width here and cross it, so that one will stop right here, and this one's about done, but I don't want to dig him back out and clean up my slide, my fall in cave in, until I'm ready to put rock back in it. So first we're gonna go down and get a bunch of rock on Sergeant Pants, and get a whole bunch of rock stockpiled up here is what the idea is. Well, let's get the stuff going. And this thing, of course, I don't know if y'all's familiar with the way I live, but I can't help but screw with things. So this thing's not reading temperature on the motor properly. Well, let's see, let's check the fuses. Is there a fuse for temp fuse, temp motor? It'd be lower amperage, it'd be 5 amp or something. Fuel, I don't know what that is. That's your tack. We're getting closer. Rabbit travel speed, and in and out on your boom. Seat heater, dipper unhook, seat, blah 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 blippy blippy blah. Maybe a fuse come unplugged. I've had that happen before. We'll let this bad boy warm up just a minute. Just walk up and grab Sergeant Pants and get him down here. No, I'm not gonna waste that trip. Time management's everything. I'm gonna start tracking this down. I can track this down the rock pile. Cool. All right, let's get down the rock pile. All right, the goal of this project is where the rainwater seeps down through the ground, and then it gets to the bottom of this chert layer, and it gets on top of the mud, the dirt, and then comes out, seeps out, gets to the edge, slips in, the water fills up behind the mud and just pushes the mud and it slides off the hill. So we're digging down, we're making a French drain that comes down at a Y right here and then comes on down the hill, and we're also making it, you'll see Levi ends up working on getting me a road that heads up, and me and Pants is going to dump another run of gravel up, make a long run to catch another one of these slides that goes way out to hillside. And we're going to bring it all, funnel it all down into a wide 3-foot base, full of rock, 3 foot wide, 5 foot deep trench that's going to head all the way down and filter through and go into our pond. So it's taking this water and bringing it in and getting it out before it sops up the whole ground and makes a hillside wash. Now I got these old tracks on this thing, and these rocks are just tearing them up. They just fall off, and I take a knife and cut them off. they ain't good. I'm trying to stay on like dirt-ish and not be pushing on them with it. And I don't know. They're junk. I've had tracks ordered they're on 15-week back order. And they're expensive. The rubber tracks are way more expensive. So, phew. But here's my setup. Now I've been sorting and stuff through here. The giant boulders, we'll use them at the head of a drainage. So your drainage come down, you flatten it out like in these dips and these fields and stuff. And right at the end of them, before they run off on a neighbor or the government, we'll widen that stream out where it's real wide so it ain't making erosion, and we'll throw some rock on the backside of it. So we kind of, we're being kind to our neighbors too. Now these thin rocks, I'm putting them in next spring. I'm gonna make me a sidewalk around the house, and this is gonna be our sidewalk. And I got the weed eater attachment with a wire cup that I'll buff around on them once I get them in, and the grass will grow up around them. They're real neat. We got one sidewalk like that now. I like it. It's a sidewalk with grass growing up. I like it way better than the store-bought and freaking concrete type of stuff. So, but let's run up there and we'll dump a load off up there at the project. Open this up. It is 80 degrees. It's almost Halloween, and it's 80 degrees today and feels exceptionally warm. Or say, I didn't mean it that way. It feels exceptional. Just daggone feels great. I told the boys they're on fall break and they got one more day at home. I said, I don't care what you do, but get outside and do it. So I got one of them on a wheel loader. And the other two's just riding around, picking up rock and farting around, just being outside. Said, if I catch you boys inside today, I will feed you, baby. Killed it. All right. Let me line these babies out and I'll be back. Right there. That's Chinese. Or it's Bruce Lee.
Somebody danced in the bed.
Who put them in there?
I don't know. You did, Dad.
All right, we'll be back. Now, that's about all I got of this. We had a busy day. Things were going wild. When I come back on this project, we'll be next weekend, and we're going to have a full day. I think the next video on this project is we're going to start early in the morning, daggone run down there and load out a bunch of more rock and dirt. We're starting to move dirt up on the hillside too, because the dirt slid off the hillside. We're going to add to the hillside. But I had to change tires. More of them Maypop military tires blowed on me, and I'm switching over to my open shoulder tires. And we had a loader tire flat, so we brought a tire in from the mill. Big Mama's going, and Big Daddy helps me change the loader tire. right before dark so we can get the loader tire back on the loader, get the loader back and running, and me and Big Daddy can backfill his trench and get some number 2s on top so we can keep the dirt and stuff up in the air to where as we get rains and stuff like that, the mud don't filter down and get and clog up our French drain. So we have a full video, the next video, and this video I'm gonna have to cut it off where we're at right now. Hope y'all like this. Let me likes and comments, and don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to smile. Later on. Nah, breaker broker, come on in there, leave me a little comment, a little bit of thumbs up there. Kaboot.